Welcome to today's Queensland Business Revival, Website Must-Haves and Content Promotion. This has been our SEO roadmap that we've followed throughout these coaching sessions and this journey we've been taking. We started all the way back here at keyword discovery and keyword theming. Today, we're looking at content promotion. What you can take away from today is standalone. However, I highly recommend revisiting the keyword discovery, keyword theming, and site architecture, and just working your way through. Okay, to recap on where we were last session, we looked at some practical tips. So one of these was adding images. These are issues that I see occurring over and over again. So how to add images to your website. People often add images as they find them. So as they come from the photographer, they're very heavy, haven't been optimized for web. So we looked at best practices for that. And then also how to add words to your website. It sounds very simple, but actually if you add them incorrectly, cutting and paste incorrectly, you can add extra code into the website, and this throws the formatting out. So we looked at how to best do that. Today we're looking at content promotion. So we've created great content, and now we need to get it out there. If we create content and just leave it sitting in the ether of the internet, it's not really going to be found. Look, you might be lucky and Google does start picking up on your content. However, we need to build links to that content. And we'll start off with looking at what is a backlink. I don't know whether you've heard of this term. So a backlink is simply when another website links back to yours. It could be linking back to your domain name, or it could be a specific URL that this particular website is linking back to. For example, if you've created some sort of really useful content and another website thinks, great, that will benefit their followers or their visitors, and they've linked back to you. So that's what a backlink is. So backlinks are really critical to increasing your organic rankings. And we need them because Google's algorithm gives them a high priority. So the more backlinks you have on your website, the better. This has always been the case with Google, and that hasn't changed. And not all backlinks are created equal. We're looking for quality backlinks. We're looking for links, if you can get it, we're looking for links from something with a .edu, so education websites. They're very valuable. If you were lucky enough to get some press coverage in a high-profile magazine or newspaper, online, of course, they're really valuable. In the old days, we had people selling links. You still might come across this. Please, if you do, if it sounds too good to be true, if someone says, oh, I can get you 100 backlinks for X amount of dollars, it's probably too good to be true. And actually what Google will do is penalize your website. Link building is laborious and something to be approached as a long-term strategy. And you've got to actually just get out there and ask people to link to your website. I'll give you some tips as we progress today. But yes, if anyone offers you this type of offer, don't take them up on it. We're wanting to produce, so there's two ways people might link to your website. One is just because you've got a great product or service and they're going to link to your domain name. However, you might be creating high quality content designed for your ideal customers that is going to engage them and inform them. This could be blog posts, this could be some type of video, this could be a how-to guide, and so on. And that type of content, we call, it's very linkable. People will want to share it. And it's really important also when we're creating this high quality content that it's original content. So if, for example, we cut and paste from another website, Google knows that. They penalize plagiarism. They see it as plagiarism. So please, when you're producing your content, it's okay to be inspired by, but put everything into your own words. When we're promoting our content and adopting our link building strategy, it's best to, or here are some tips to generate links. What I like to do is to actually carve out some quiet time. And, even if it's just, an hour first thing in the morning, and sit down and write this down. You'll probably have many ideas for how you could generate links. There other businesses you could link with, directories and so on. If you don't write this down, you'll forget about it. And we have all the best intentions, but if you don't have a marketing plan to put this in, just create a document and begin your link building strategy. So this is one of the easiest ways for small businesses is to use directory listings. So these are your yellow pages or local business listings. You'll have, if you've got, say, a restaurant business, there'll be restaurant listings. And often there is a paid for, a free version and a paid for. Just take the free version if you can for a directory listing. When you embark on adding directory listings, you need to do a little bit of prep. So number one, write a paragraph summary of your business. Get your most popular keywords that relate to your business, have them on hand. I usually put this in a little Word document, and then you'll have your your address and email and phone number just to be able to cut and paste into when you're doing these directory listings. So that's one way to up your listings, and you'll probably find, depending on your industry, you might get up to 10 of these free listings. Now, there might be in your industry, there might be some paid listings, and my rule of thumb here is if your marketing budget allows, if you see that your competitor is on one of these listings, then I would recommend taking out a listing as well. Obviously, it's all down to your marketing budget. If it's a paid for listing, you would expect to have a dual benefit. So number one would be an immediate promotion and some generating some business from that listing. But the secondary benefit is you get a link back to your website. But I understand a lot of you are very small businesses and mightn't have the budget. But if you're doing some competitor research and see where your competitors are, take a look, and if you can afford it, if they're listed, then take out a listing. Another way to generate links back to your website is via guest blogging. So one of my recommendations throughout these SEO and sessions is to have a blog, because in here you can add original content to your website, and it helps by adding new content to your website regularly. This will encourage Google to scan your website, and it's also where you can use extra pages in your website to optimize keywords. So if you offer your services, you might have a local business that has a blog, obviously not your direct competitor, but something that is in alignment with your business. So if you're a hotel, you might have a local restaurant that blogs. Just offer, say, look, I've got something I'd like to write about, and then they'll link back to your website. So that's and you can have a reciprocal arrangement with them as well. People are always looking. Don't be afraid to approach people about this. People find blogging, find it hard to carve out time for blogging. So I'm sure they'll take you up on your offer. Again, ask other local businesses, could you add a link to my website? Now, the most elegant way to do this, I'll give you an example. If let's say you're an accommodation business, think about having either in your blog section or create a separate section in your website. Have a things to do in your local region section. And this allows you to write about other businesses. You can then give this information to your guests, but what it does, it generates links to other local businesses. So you could, encourage other local businesses to write a blog about you. So again, we've got that reciprocal arrangement. Some of you might have heard about reciprocal link building being a bad thing. Now, about 10 years ago, it was considered a no-no by Google, just because this was done on a mass scale by sort of underhanded SEO people. But Google is smart enough now to tell the difference between natural link building and this sort of industrial scale link building. You might have an industry association. So again, this is, they will have websites, directories, they'll have networking events. So if you're at an industry event, have a chat, take the opportunity to chat to other businesses, see what they're doing, see if there's any opportunities there. You could do a joint promotion, and both of you have landing pages on your websites for this promotion. Again, that's another opportunity to build links. Press coverage and influencer blogging. Again, press coverage is like gold dust or it's link gold. If you can have your business covered by local press, national press, that's brilliant for your link building. Why not? If you've got an idea for an article, why not go ahead and contact a local journalist? I don't suggest going to a local journalist and say, hi, I've got a business, can you write about it? But if you can think of an angle for a story, maybe combined with a couple of other businesses, journalists are always hungry for new stories. So that could be one way. And it's really valuable to get a link via press coverage. And it's the same for bloggers as well. Another idea about getting a link back to your website is vendor testimonials. Do you have other businesses that you're a customer of and you have a relationship with? You could offer them a testimonial for their website that links back to your website. So that's a really a quick and easy way. They're going to love to have a testimonial, and I'm sure they would be happy to link back to your website. Some other ways to get our content out there, and so it's creating awareness. We're wanting to amplify this great content that we've created in the SEO process. So we can do this via email marketing. So instead of sending out just purely a promotional email, what about you've got your promotion in the email, but then you've written this terrific blog, it might, let's say it's a walking guide to a local region, or a how-to guide for hiring a videographer, something of value. Include a link to that. So do have a quick little summary, pop that in your email with a nice image, and then do a read more link back to your website, to this particular landing page or blog. This is amplifying and promoting your content, but it's also driving people back to your website. They'll click on the link, they'll revisit your website and be reminded that you're there, and you start building up a relationship with them by giving this useful content. Of course, social media is a brilliant way to amplify your content, and if you have a piece of content that goes viral, Google sees this. Each time it's shared, that's a new link that's created, and Google picks up on this social activity, and that goes towards ticking a box in the algorithm. So they will see that this particular page is popular on your website, and they will start putting it to the top of the Google search results. Paid advertising is also an option for promoting content. I think if you're a very small business, then if you're promoting using Google Ads, it's probably not within your budget. And I don't recommend doing Google Ads solo. You can easily waste your budget, burn up your budget quite quickly. It's pretty complicated. Google Ads is great if you're a larger business and promoting the business keywords. Some people use it to promote really useful content where they've created a piece of content that is a lead magnet, and they might do that to generate leads. However, I recommend if you do want to promote your content in a paid for way, use social advertising. That can have a threefold effect. You might get more followers. You can, if it's a piece of content that is a lead magnet, that is that you have to give over your email address for, you'll get more leads, and then also you'll generate more links if people start sharing it. So that can be a useful way. You can do it on quite a small budget. So that's another way to amplify your content that you've created. So to give you some homework for this session, sit down and begin a link building strategy. Jot it down by hand, create a Word document, or add it to your marketing plan, whatever works for you, and then try and visit that and try and accomplish set goals for this. And it might be just one link per month. That gives you 12 links per year, and that will build up over time. But make sure your goals are realistic. So write down your ideas for link building and set your goals. And good luck. Once you get into the swing of it and get into the practice of asking people for links, it can be a little daunting at first, but once you do it, you'll find that other people are very willing to do it because they're in the same position as you. Thank you very much, everyone, for attending, and I hope you found that useful, and look forward to seeing you next time. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.